We're about to start our next leg of the journey. This is going to be an amazing trip. We're going to Italy, by the way. We priced up going to Italy by plane. Once we priced up tickets for the plane, then train tickets and then accommodation and everything, it was just going to be far too expensive for us. So for far less money, but it's going to cost in a little bit of time, we're able to travel by ferry. So we're going to go from Dures, which we are now, over to Bari in Italy, and then we've got our car on board, as you would have seen, and we're going to be driving around Italy. So excuse the harsh voice. Who catches the flu in summer? I don't know, but anyway, that and probably screaming too much at the kids is partly to blame. So let's have an amazing time. We're about to start our first day in Italy. Just got off the ship late last night, checked in, and now it's our first day in Bari. So my voice is still ruined. It won't be long until I start sounding like the Godfather, which is not too bad in Italy really when you think about it. But just in case it gets wrecked, you'll start to see Bari, Naples, Sorrento, you'll see Tuscany, you'll see Bologna, you'll see my hometown of Calabria, Bagnara. So this should be amazing. We've driven to the top of the mountain here in Sorrento. This can't be the Freedom Hotel. Come on. Doesn't look like freedom to me. It looks like jail. It's like a death trap. And the ambulance is already on its way. This looks like the Freedom Hotel. Alright, bad news. Our trip to Blue Grotto got cancelled for inclement weather, which is disappointing. But good news is, it's Father's Day. Hey, it's Father's Day. Hey! Oh, such a loving family. We're just having breakfast, as you can see, and we're going to be driving to Tuscany. This is going to be an amazing trip. Lovely to see the countryside. Absolutely loving it. Loving it, guys.
Yay.
Yes. Very excited family, as you can see. Where are we?
At the Lamborghini Museum and the manufacturer.
The Lamborghini Museum kind of blew the daily budget on these car nuts. Who has the best mum and dad in the world? Yeah.
My pants need to go up.
Yeah. Best mums and dad in the world. Thank you. Finished a tour of the Lamborghini Museum, and we had a guided tour of the factory. Look, even for someone who's not into cars, this was absolutely amazing. So the kids wet themselves. That was just the best day ever. So anyway, experiences, not things, right? Overall today was absolutely amazing. We've done a lot of traveling in the last 24 hours, from Sorrento right through to Tuscany, through to Bologna, back to Tuscany again. It's getting late. We just had some dinner, had an amazing day. The kids have just had the wildest day. Everyone's really excited, but tomorrow is going to be another long trip. We're going to be seeing my family down in Bagnara in Calabria. So I'm looking forward to seeing on my father's side my grandmother's sister, and on my grandfather's side his brothers and sisters as well. So it's going to be truly exciting to reunite with my family. I'm really excited. Okay, we just arrived in Bagnara in Italy. This is the hometown of my family. Means a great deal to me to be here. We've pretty much traveled 10 hours by car to see my family on my dad's side. The amazing thing about this experience is that I met these guys by mistake. 3 years ago, my cousin introduced me, said, "That's your nonno's sister." So she greeted me with open arms, kissed me 1,000 times, and here we are again. I don't speak Italian, they don't speak English. We've got Google Translate. Coming back to my roots means a lot to me. It's a part of my heritage. Although our family is so dysfunctional, it's not funny. This means the world to me to be here. This is the place that my grandfather was born. Arrived at my cousin's pasticceria in Bagnara, so we're going to have some beautiful breakfast, possibly, most probably, some gelato, and then we're going to go and head over to my grandmother's side and see them and all that kind of stuff. So we are going to be doing basically non-stop eating today, and then we're going to travel to our next leg, which is Bari, and that's the last stop before we head home. So that was our little trip to my family. To me, it was a special opportunity to see family that I otherwise would never see because they don't come to Australia. So what you will notice, especially when you go down south, is that when you start to look past the fact that things are much older, that they're not as westernized as what the northern parts of Italy are, is that you get back to that community spirit. You get back to people and kids playing on the streets, and the people on outside their homes on the streets having conversations. There's markets. Everyone's a lot more community based, which I absolutely love. So to me, that was short, it was sweet, and it was beautiful. So far, this has been just a whirlwind experience. Decided to make our last stay in our Italy trip in Bari. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier for us. But tell you what, man, this traveling thing is kind of exhausting. You know, again, quality problems. But we found this little place just outside of Bari in an area called Apulia. So our Italy trip was fantastic. You know, from a negative point of view, look, we've still got 3 kids, we've still got, you know, breakfast, lunch, dinner to take care of and all that kind of stuff. But the way we made it work for us is we chose out of town areas. So even when we went to Sorrento, even when we went to Tuscany, which are beautiful spots, which are very popular, also very expensive, we were 10-15 minutes away from the city, which made our accommodation so much more cheaper. We did breakfast mostly ourselves in terms of buying food from local grocery stores. We did lunch ourselves as well with leftovers and bits and pieces like that, and pretty much only ate out most of the nights in every area that we were from. When you go to the southern parts of Italy, it's again much easier and much easier on the wallet. The euro kills you. It doesn't matter where you go, the euro gets you. The tolls, even though we drove everywhere, the tolls were very expensive. We obviously had to pay for petrol as well, which again is not cheap. It's pretty much on par, if not a little bit more expensive than Australia. Sometimes upwards of $1.80, 85 per litre. All in all, instead of flying everywhere, we drove. Instead of staying right in the cities, we stayed outside of the cities. We paid, the most amount that we paid per night was around about $130, $140 Australian. The cheapest that we ever got was around about $80 or $90 per night. So we made it stick, we made it work. It's been a wonderful experience for my wife, for my kids, to see the world. We saw the country, you know, we experienced everything for what it was. The highlight for the kids, naturally seeing the Lamborghini museum, but again, the highlight for me was really that the way we were driving. You know, we saw the landscape, we really felt, saw, see, touched Italy in a really special way. So I'm really happy with how things have panned out. But the journey has not even slightly begun to finish. I've got to start work again next week. I've got clients waiting for me that need my help and my services, and so I'm going to help them with their businesses and with their marketing. So we're going to enjoy the sun, we're going to enjoy the water, aren't we? Yep. And then we're going to get back to work. I don't know if this is going to be a great success or a great failure, but what I do know is that I do not want to go to my deathbed knowing that I could have tried and I didn't.